This is Amina Khalil, and this is my interview with Enigma. Happy birthday, Amina. Thank you for telling me happy birthday. You're the first people to wish me a happy birthday. How do you usually like to celebrate your birthday? Any special plans for this year at El Guna? I usually have a big party and I tell all my friends and I celebrate with all the people I love and who love me, and I just like to start it with good energy. But السنة دي considering ان احنا في GFF فانا هسليبريت في GFF بنعمل GFF. But I know that I have beautiful people around me this year, and I'm very happy that my sister is here with me, so I think we're going to celebrate together. Can you share a bit about your childhood? What are some of your favorite memories growing up that shaped you? I love my childhood. I think I was young and wild and free. I spent a lot of time in art, with art, surrounded by art. I was painting or dancing. I used to go to dance school. I was acting دايما في البلايز بتاعت المدرسة وبمثل قدام المراية practicing my Oscar speech at home. That is what shaped me. It's just having space to be free and explore my art. If you could give your younger self a piece of advice, especially during those early days in the industry, what would it be? I would tell myself to own it. Own whatever you are, own whoever you are, and it's okay to be unique. You don't need to be like everyone else. And your authenticity is what makes you so special, and not to be afraid of that. When did you first realize you wanted to be an actress? Was there a specific influence that set you on this path? I've always wanted to be an actress. My parents tell me that I was an actress before I wanted to be an actress. I was acting since I was 3, وبابي كان بيفضل يقول لي أمينة أنت كنت بلع راديو طول الوقت. Telling me all the time, and just always in my own world and talking to myself and talking to the people, and I was always so open, and that I was always very empathetic. So I would always talk to strangers and want to get to know them. I wasn't afraid of letting my vulnerability show, and I think that that's what they mean when they say that you were an actress before you even wanted to be, being very curious. I always loved the theater, and I always loved dancing. I was in dance school every year, every summer. كنا بنسافر من مصر, and I used to go to dance school in the States. That was a very big thing that shaped me and made me realize that I just want to perform. I want to be a performing artist. I want to sing. I want to dance. I want to be an actress and showbiz. In your downtime, how do you like to recharge? I think it's very important to recharge, and I've kind of learned that with time. I always used to بدوس على نفسي جامد قوي, و I used to put so much on my plate all the time and just pack on so many things in one day until I realized what burnout means, and that's horrible, and I never want to put myself in this situation again. And it ended up in هي جت على my health جدا. I ended up with severe back problems, a disc in my back. I was unable to move for weeks. It was like really tough on me. You need to understand what it means to make time for yourself and to recharge and to give yourself time to breathe. What has been the biggest risk you have taken in your career, and how did it shape you? I think that every Ramadan is a risk in my career. Ramadan is the opportunity that I get to create shows that are a bit daring or a bit different. It's always a bit risky because you're kind of pushing the boundary and not really settling for the status quo, but kind of doing something that's a bit more edgy, and so it's always a bit of a risk for me. I pick, I'm not going to say taboo, but I'm going to say some provocative subjects that I've discussed in my career, and it shapes me every single time. You have played a wide range of roles. Which was my favorite, and why? I have a couple that are my favorites. Nasli Hanem in Grand Hotel was one of my favorites. It was one of the most pivotal roles of my career, and I loved it so much. It was very, very close to my heart. Leila was very, very special to me. خلي بالك من زيزي was one of my favorite shows that I've ever done in my whole life. I think that could be definitely top one. دور فوتنا في شقه was really, really cool. I loved it, and I worked so hard on that role. It was very special to me because it was so challenging and it was so different and it was such a, like, let's get out of my skin and like really push the boundary into something super unexpected. And I loved that. I was very scared, but I think I was up to the challenge. الهرشة السبعة I loved so much. الهرشة السبعة was like my baby. I loved that show and I loved that role. So yeah, I mean, all of them. If I have to pick one, I would say Zizi. Zizi is my number one. The Guna Film Festival has become a major cultural event in Egypt. What does this festival mean to you personally? So I have been part of the Guna Film Festival family since year one. I've watched this festival grow and blossom. I wish it all the luck and all the light and all the success. And I'm sure that, inshallah, we'll be here 50 years from now, reminiscing about the first year of Al Guna. What do you like the most about Guna? What is there not to like about Guna? I love Guna. I spend so much time here. When I'm not shooting, when I'm not filming, I always come here. I come here to recharge. This is where I recharge. My father lives here, so that makes it double special. It feels like home. I remember I came to Guna, I think it was, 20 years ago. There was no Marina Boutique. I mean, there was nothing except downtown. So I've also kind of watched El Guna grow over the past, couple of decades. I'm so proud always of what it's become. I love how environmentally friendly they are here. They're very aware of the environment and how to protect it and how to protect El Guna as much as they can. And I really, really appreciate that. What advice would you give to aspiring actors who are just starting out and looking to make their mark? I would advise them to not be afraid to be different and to own their authenticity. I think it's the same thing that I wish someone would have told me when I was growing up. It's okay to be different. It's okay for you to have a different opinion. Don't be afraid and don't try to be like anyone else. I think that the other thing that I would really love to tell actors wholeheartedly and genuinely, work so hard. Nothing comes easy. What comes easy will go easy. But لو بجد حطوا مجهود واشتغلوا بشغف وبروح, like with passion and with fierceness, be vivacious. I mean, really put all your power into your work. And when you work hard, ربنا بيرزق. But you can't expect to become like a star or whatever if you're not putting the work in. Hard work goes such a long way, and it's such a beautiful reputation to have that you are a hard worker. Like my father taught me this, اللي هو يعني هيبقى في أيام هتحس إن أنت بتعض في الصخر, and that's okay because that makes you hardcore, and that's a really good quality to have, that edginess of a hard worker. If your life was a movie, what genre would it be? Everything. Sometimes very comedy, sometimes horror, sometimes thriller, sometimes drama, sometimes romance. I don't think it can be under one genre. What's something you wish to accomplish this year in my career? So I know the answer to this, but I don't want to say it. أنا بؤمن بفكرة داري على شمعتك تقيل. So this is my dream, and I'm gonna keep it to myself. And when it comes true, I will call Umnaya in Enigma. I will tell her this is what I wanted, and then now it happened. I promise. Personally, something I wish to accomplish before my next birthday, I think balance. I think sometimes I lose my balance. I still tend to overwork myself, and then when I go on vacation mode, sometimes I get a little too lazy, and it takes me a while to get back into the routine of things. One thing I'm hoping to get down by next year is a little more balance between work and play. Did I ever think I was going to be the girl on the cover? I always wanted to be the girl on the cover. That was nice when it happened. I mean, I didn't know, but it was a dream, and I worked really, really hard to get there. So I'm proud of what I've done in my career, and I'm so eager for more at the same time. It's like, when is this ever going to be enough? What's something that still surprises you about fame? Fame is surprising. It still surprises me. I wanted to be an actress. I didn't think about fame. يعني أنا عمري ما كنت بقول أنا عايزة أبقى مشهورة. كنت بقول أنا عايزة أبقى ممثلة. And then I realized, of course, that A and B are super related, that they come together hand in hand. When it comes to fame, it's just a matter of always not letting it get to your head, and to go back and center yourself always, and understand that there are so many people that are always going to be looking at you or wanting to take a picture with you or so interested in what you have to say, but you kind of need to snap yourself back into reality and say, I'm not that interesting, I'm just another human being. And it's humbling when you go back to that center, and then you still get the surprise from fame and you still get to enjoy it. One of the things that I swore to myself I would never allow to happen is that I will never allow to get to my head. I don't ever want to be that person. Tell us more about the projects you're working on these days. So once we are back from Guna, we are jumping straight into the new Ramadan show, Lem Shamsiya, directed by Karim Shinawi, who is a dear, dear friend of mine and a director whom I have unbelievable respect and love for as a person and as a director. I'm super excited. I'm very, very scared. But I'm really looking forward to the show. I think it's going to be very challenging for everyone. And I have mad high hopes for it. So, inshallah, bismillah, all is going to go well. Please watch.